Let's make some coffee cake.
So apparently one of the most important ingredients we'll be using today is sour cream, which the recipe claims creates a bakery-style, tender and thick crumb. So let's see if it's any good.
To start off, we're going to make our cinnamon crumb mixture, which consists of 1 cup of packed brown sugar, 1 1/4 cups of AP flour, 4 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and 10 tablespoons of cold unsalted butter, which has been cubed. We're going to cut in the butter using a pastry cutter or 2 knives if you don't have one until the butter is in pea-sized pieces. This doesn't have to be perfect, and feel free to use your hands a little bit if you need to. And that's our cinnamon crumb. We're going to pop this in the fridge and then start our cake batter. For our coffee cake batter, we're going to add 2 1/4 cups of AP flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt to a bowl. Mix to combine and set aside. Next, to a stand mixer, we're going to add 1 1/2 sticks of softened unsalted butter and mix on medium speed until the butter starts to look whipped. Next, add a cup of sugar and beat together until smooth and creamy, which should take about 2 minutes. We're then going to add 3 eggs and beat everything together until well combined. Then we'll add a tablespoon of vanilla extract and, you guessed it, beat again. Finally, we'll add our cup of sour cream, mix again, and don't worry if the mixture still looks a little lumpy at this point, that's okay. We're then going to add in our bowl of flour mixture and beat on low speed until just combined. We'll then add our final ingredient, 1/4 cup of milk, and beat again until just combined, as we don't want to overmix and end up with a tough cake. Scrape down the paddle, and that's our coffee cake batter. Now that we have our cake batter and cinnamon crumb mixture, we get to build our coffee cake. To start, spread half of the batter into a greased 13x9 pan. Then spread about half of the cinnamon crumb mixture on top of the batter. I don't know if this was necessary, but I sort of patted the crumb down a little bit just to make sure it would stay put. Next, add the second half of your batter. Now, this was super annoying to do. Because you're spreading this on top of the crumb mixture and it's already pretty thick, it's not going to spread easily, so take your time and try to press it out versus spreading, or you're not going to get the nice layers when you bake it. Finally, sprinkle your remaining crumb mixture on top. Again, feel free to use your hands to pat it down and make sure you get a nice even layer. We're going to pop this into a preheated 350-degree oven and bake for about 45 minutes. You'll know it's done when a toothpick inserted into the center of the cake comes out clean. And voila, we have a beautifully baked golden brown coffee cake. Time to see whether that sour cream really did anything. That is super moist. Wow. You get the crunch on the top, the cinnamon flavor all the way through. And just a super flavorful, moist cake. That is some dang good coffee cake. Let me know if you make this.